Welcome back to the channel, everyone. This is part 2 of our little impromptu Road to Halloween Ends watch-along series. I am joined by my good friend Right Dude over from the Avenge Nerds, and our buddy Mark will be on in a little bit. Today we are going to watch Halloween 2018, or as I like to call it, Halloween Returns. What they should have called it. Because just calling it the original title is stupid. Thankfully, the movie's awesome, but I digress.
Oh, yeah.
So, same drill as last time. If y'all have a copy of the movie and you want to watch along, feel free to. We will be starting up in a couple minutes. So, how you been, man?
Doing good. I'm doing good, man. How about you?
I've been hanging in there, just taking each day as it goes, and September is never the best month for me. Well, I'm thankful I got these little streams to do to be able to take my mind off of things.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, so we were all pretty hyped for this movie when it was coming out. I mean, it was big, not just in terms of like the horror fandom, but like it was a big movie. So
Yeah.
What were your thoughts or expectations going into it?
My thoughts and expectations of going into Halloween 2018. Yeah, I mean, because the thing is that I'm trying to think, when was the last time? I was going to say, because before 2018, we haven't had a Halloween movie in almost 10 years. So,
Yep.
I mean, and it'd be an even longer for that I guess for me, for a good one. So, but
You didn't see the Rob Zombie ones in theaters, did you?
I did not see the Rob. I did not see the Rob Zombie movies in theaters. So
I didn't either. This was actually my first one in theaters, my first Halloween movie.
yeah.
But yeah, this was my most anticipated movie of 2018. Yes, even above Infinity War.
Mm.
And yep, it is currently my favorite of the series. But to put some context into my ranking, I still acknowledge that overall, in terms of craftsmanship, the legacy, what went into the original, I still do acknowledge that the original is the overall best of the series still. It's just 2018 is my personal favorite. But then again, that could change this October. You never know.
Yeah.
Yep. You ready to get started?
Yep.
Alrighty.
And I think I mentioned this when Mark hops on. We'll pause. We'll tell him where we're at so that he can follow along.
Mm-hmm.
You know. So.
Yep. Yeah. Sounds good.
Sounds good.
So I got my Blu-ray all set up.
Awesome. And I got my copy on Vudu. So.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Oh, speaking of wait. Mark just said he is coming. So.
He is coming.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I mean, we can. I mean, do you want to wait for him, or do you want to just go ahead and get started now?
Oh, we can wait. I guess. Then we can kind of chat like.
Oh yeah.
What thoughts are on the movie? Like,
how
you feel like it's held up?
Okay, because I just got a message from him. So. Okay. Yeah. All right. I mean.
So was it with Halloween 2018? Was it one of like your overall most anticipated of the year? Like, was your excitement to that level? Like,
I mean, it was one of my most anticipated. I'm trying to think on what other movies came out that I was really looking forward to, because I know that we got Infinity War. There was Deadpool 2. There was The Incredibles 2. I mean, there was a lot. So, but I mean, Halloween 2018 was one I was really looking forward to. In fact, I still remember. I remember seeing it with it was with me, my brother, and a friend of ours, and we went to a theater, and it's like it was like, I think it was actually on Halloween weekend. Actually, I think is when we actually saw it.
Oh, nice.
Because I was telling him, I was like, you know what? Because I know that I think it came. When did Halloween 2018 come? When did Halloween Return?
Released on October 19th.
Oh, okay. So I had to wait like maybe an extra week or so to see it, because I promised a friend of ours that we would see it together and we would wait closer to Halloween.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, it must have. Was it hard avoiding spoilers?
yeah, it was kind of hard to avoid spoilers. So although thankfully I've never had anything spoiled for me, so that was at least a good thing. So
And seeing it, what were your thoughts then, and how do you feel it's held up since then?
say it again.
So after seeing it, what were your thoughts initially, and how do you feel it's held up since then?
I mean, I really liked it when I first saw it, and I mean, I still really enjoy it. So, I mean, I've said it before. In my opinion, I think that it's the best Halloween movie we've got since Halloween 4. So, because I do like it. I mean, as much as I do enjoy H2O, I think that the 2018 one is better. And let's. Yes.
Don't get me wrong. I love H2O, but yeah.
Yeah, but it's because I mean, like I said, I would say it was the best one since Halloween 4. Because I mean, I'm just trying to think on what else there was. Because to be perfectly honest, I wasn't really the biggest fan of the 2 Rob Zombie movies, and then 5, 6, Resurrection. They can go to hell for all I care.
Like, fuck those movies.
For real.
I can find redeeming qualities in Rob Zombie's movies, more so his first one than his second one. I mean, I like that he tried to genuinely do something different in his sequel, but yeah, quite a few things rang hollow. I didn't like how they did Loomis.
Yeah.
I liked because now that I've actually seen both cuts, I like Laurie more in the theatrical cut. In that unrated cut, they just gave her too many scenes of just being an outright bitch to everyone who's trying to console her and stuff. So this NH2O actually get the idea of trauma right.
Yeah.
I mean, not to say that there is actually any right way, to do trauma. People process things differently, but
yeah. Hey, Mark.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up? How you doing?
Yep.
I'm all right.
Hope it wasn't like rushing you or anything.
Oh yeah,
No. You guys are fine. I just
okay.
Yeah.
No, I just I have duty this week, bus duty, so
I
didn't leave until like 4:30, and then I had to go by the grocery store get a few groceries I just wound up getting some quick things because I'm going to be busy all week. I got the live stream tomorrow. I got game duty on Wednesday after school, so. Yeah, for joy. So it's going to be a busy week. So, you guys already started?
No. Funny thing is that we were just about to start until I saw your message.
Oh, okay. All right.
So we haven't even started yet.
All right. Well, I'm just going to rent it. So
okay.
So we're just talking to Raitude about it. So, what were your thoughts in 2018? Going into Halloween 2018, was it like one of your most anticipated of the year? Like, was your excitement to that level?
Yeah, I mean, I was excited. I wasn't sure what to expect, because I mean, I was excited when I first heard about it. Jamie Lee Curtis is back. That's always a great thing.
Ignoring all the other movies.
I'm ignoring Resurrection because that shit does not count.
Yeah,
fuck that movie. But. My first thought was H2O. I mean, it's another thing like H2O. So, I mean, and I found out that they got rid of the brother-sister thing. I'm like, whoa, what the hell is this? Just that threw me for a loop, and I wasn't sure what to expect. Yeah. I thought, well, I mean, I'll give it a chance.
And that's what John Carpenter, that's what brought him back. He was really passionate about that night. And I'll admit, because we're kind of forgiving of the brother-sister angle because we got good movies out of it, like the original Halloween 2, then 4, and H2O, but a lot of the other bad ones
it's not really what he wanted to begin with. So I mean, so it makes sense. I mean, that timeline's been done to death anyway. So I mean, just might as well just leave it out. So
makes
sense. But Yep.
Yeah, it was actually interesting
Let
because
me
I
get
was
some
still in
more.
high
I can still
school.
hear you. Go ahead.
Because I was still in high school when
Uh-huh.
this was coming out, and I was like the I was the oddball of the entire school because pretty much, which I guess it makes sense, but everyone was all, they were excited more for Infinity War. No, remember, I was excited too because I'm a Marvel guy, so of course I was
Yeah.
excited. But I was like, Halloween is actually gonna be my movie event of the year, and they're like, you mean that Jason guy, all that slasher stuff? You kidding me? They were saying stuff like that.
Yeah, that's see, that would deeply offend me. It's like, no.
They thought. Wait. They thought Michael Myers was Jason Voorhees.
It was weird because I was telling them like I'm wrong. I'm pumped for Infinity War, but Halloween is where I'm at. Like that's what I'm excited.
Oh
It's
yeah, that's understandable.
like what you talking about? That it's like what that clip Devin would use. Like what you talking about?
What you talking about, Willis?
And it's like you mean that slasher guy with the hockey mask? Really? Oh, we got a Corbin in here.
The Halloween.
Where does 2018 fall? It's my favorite of the series.
I actually did. The funny thing is, I actually did make a Halloween ranking list on my Letterboxd account. I'm gonna release it like after I see Halloween ends. I'm trying to remember where I placed. I forgot where I placed. Let me see where I placed 2018 because I made that list like months ago. I can't remember what it was. I'm just gonna give you a little taste, by the way. It's just a little taste.
It'll be interesting with how I rank the Halloween movies again because I don't know if I'm gonna do it right away.
Yeah.
Because like how with my emotions with these movies and just how invested I've gotten into them, I like to let them marinate a bit. It's not that I wouldn't have like an immediate ranking in my head after I see it. But it took time. It actually did take time for me to definitively say that Halloween Kills is in my top 3. Like I let it marinate a bit to see if it really held up.
I will say, okay, so spoiler for my ranking list, Halloween 2018 is number 3. So it's number 3 on my list. Only 2 other movies beat it, but I really love 2018.
That's 4 in the original.
Yes.
Awesome. I love Halloween.
I haven't done a ranking yet because I haven't seen Halloween 3. I still need to see Halloween 3.
Halloween 3 is pretty good.
I like Halloween 3 for what it is. So
yeah. I mean, I was never wanted to see it before because Jack, get me my beers there.
No problem.
Yeah, but I mean, it still ranks very highly for me. I mean,
yeah.
But I still love, I guess, controversial now. It was pretty well received at the time. H2O. So,
yeah.
I mean,
I have a feeling H2O was still one of the more well-liked movies in the series.
Yeah, I mean, I liked H2O. I mean, I understand Devin makes the point that is the worst Michael Myers. I'm like, yeah, but I mean, I wasn't paying so much attention to him. I cared more about Jamie. Yeah, he was okay. He's there. Big deal.
Yeah.
I cared more about Jamie. That's why in her character development,
Laurie, you mean?
What sold? Yeah, Laurie. Yeah. I mean Jamie Lee Curtis, right?
Well, yeah.
I care more about Laurie and her character development. I thought that was what sold that movie for me.
That's what I do like about H2O. So
yeah,
exactly. Like everything they do with her in 2018, they already did at H2O.
Yeah,
I can see that.
Yeah,
I do.
The thing is, I'll say Michael was a lot better in 2018.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, he's brutal.
Dude, the movements, the mannerisms, the mask.
Mm-hmm.
Out before we started, but
yeah,
I have loved this movie since I saw it in the theater. And I'll admit, back then I was like immediately saying, "Oh yeah, this is my favorite one." So because nowadays I actually let it marinate more, but thankfully it actually has held up in such a way that it really is like still my favorite of the series. But
All
It's
right.
like it's like some movies you can watch so many times over and over, and you
Yeah.
get tired of it.
Yeah.
All right.
Ready?
Are we ready to get started?
Yep.
All right. We'll let you start the countdown.
Alrighty. You got it rented, Mark?
Yep.
Alrighty.
Ready?
Alrighty. We are on in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and play. Alrighty.
Adjusting video frame rate.
Nerd.
Alrighty. FBI anti-piracy one. Ah. We are pirates. We don't even know what that means. Hondo's a great character in Clone Wars. We are pirates. We don't even know what that means.
Universal.
Universal. Miramax.
I'm surprised they're even still around. Miramax used to be huge in the 90s.
They used to be, yeah.
Wasn't it the Weinsteins that did that? Because like
That was, yes.
Miramax has pretty much been involved with, I think, almost every movie since 6.
I mean,
or were they off for the Rob Zombie, then came back for this?
I don't know.
Because I know they did 6 and H2O Resurrection, but no, I don't think they would have been on for Rob Zombies because I think that's like his own company or something, right?
Yeah.
Along with Dimension, I mean.
Well, let me take a look. So let's see. It was Rob Zombie's Halloween.
What are you guys' opinions, by the way, on just Blumhouse in general? Do you like them, or are they more hit or miss for you in quality?
Really good, and sometimes they're really
yeah,
good.
I was gonna say sometimes they're good, others not so good. So I guess it just depends on the kind of movie that they have.
Because they made Freaky, which I think was a couple years ago. I really enjoyed that. I actually watched that recently. It was actually kind of funny because I think it was because I was so just bitter and just angry that they delayed Halloween Kills, that I was just off, and I was just so bitter about watching it. And the movie's like, you know what? They delayed Halloween, so I'm gonna. I can hear you a little bit.
Oh, sorry. Is it too loud?
It's just a little bit, but
okay. There we go. I just turned it down.
Here we go. Yeah. Yeah, Aaron and Dana, interesting characters. I think they're actually pretty underrated, even with the minimal screen time they have.
I thought we would see a lot more of them. I thought they'd be a lot more important to the plot than they were.
Yeah, I thought.
I think a Cinematic Venom reviewed this movie, and he had Filmmaster Adam on with them. I think it was Adam that brought up a good point about Aaron's character, because he's British, he's got the accent and all that. What if he was Loomis's son? Like, if they did that, would you buy that Loomis would have had a kid?
I mean, it's certainly possible. So
yeah, it's possible. I mean, I don't think that guy has much time for a family. Yeah, I think if anything, he'd probably be divorced.
Yeah.
He could have a kid, of course, but I mean, imagine he probably wouldn't see his kid much. He probably would have a regular relationship with his kids.
Kind of like how Laurie is in this movie. Like, it'd be kind of like that.
Exactly. Michael Myers.
Never left you wondering that if Donald Pleasance were still alive today, do you think he would have been interested in reprising his role again?
And he kept on going.
I mean, he was
how bad it got. I mean,
yeah.
Because they kept on paying him well.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't. I mean, I don't.
A baby.
I mean, the guy's been I mean,
Oh.
Donald Pleasance. He's been acting since like what, the 50s, the 60s,
Yeah,
things like
Yeah,
that.
he
So I
was
mean, it's so it's
in
like
James
not
Bond.
likely he'd still be alive.
he would. Yeah, it's like even if he were alive, I think that his days of acting would be over. So because it's like because I remember I think the earliest one of the earliest ones he was in was You Only Live Twice, James Bond, and that was like in the what, mid to late 60s,
Oh
I think.
yeah. It's like the villain that they parodied the look of with Dr. Evil, right?
Oh, Blofeld, yes.
Yeah. I want to talk about Sartain's character, but I have a feeling that when that scene comes up later, I feel like it would be like a good kind of point to start discussing his character. But I will say right now, I do overall like his character. Because I do feel like that the choice to cast an actor with same kind of mannerisms, like how Donald Pleasance would do, I feel like that decision was smart.
Oh yeah.
I do find it funny though how he can just take evidence from wherever it is he said that he got it from.
His friend at the Attorney General's office. I doubt he got it legitimately. I mean, I doubt he asked permission.
Would a mask really be? I mean, yeah, he was wearing it when he killed the people, but would a random mask really be something like that, like be evidence or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would. Yeah,
because that's what he was wearing. Yeah.
Yeah.
That guy with the umbrella, he looks familiar, don't he?
He does. Yes, he does. And we'll see him in the next one. Spoiler alert.
Yep. That actor actually died. I heard. I think it was like a few months after they filmed Halloween Kills that the actor died.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was. So actually, because I had heard about it. I had heard about that after seeing Halloween Kills, but when I heard it, it's like that scene in that movie is already sad on its own. But actually hearing that, it makes it a lot sadder.
Mm-hmm.
Please tell me that your guys' audiences cheered when the Halloween theme came up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it certainly did. Like I said, because Mark, I actually told this to Zach, but I actually end up seeing this with my brother and a good friend of ours, and instead of seeing it like opening night, we decided to see it like the weekend before Halloween, just because it was so appropriate, and it was a full house.
Oh, so, yeah.
So yeah, it's like
I waited. Honestly, I don't know. I can't remember when I saw it.
I
was highly anticipating it though, because I mean, it's always been my favorite horror movie.
Oh yeah, like
always will be.
Oh yeah.
I love hearing the opening credits, like what the pumpkin, with it coming back up, what it's supposed to mean.
That was cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, basically like saying the series been beaten to death, but we're gonna try to rejuvenate it.
It's correct because it's coming back. Halloween. Yep. Yeah, which is why they really should have called it Halloween Returns.
Yeah.
They should have called it Halloween Returns instead of just the same. Because the thing, I mean, I'll be honest with you, I'm kind of annoyed on how studios can think they could just give the same title as the original.
Yeah, like Scream 5.
Well, Scream 5, I guess. Scream 5, yeah, I was gonna say Scream 5. I can understand because that's supposed to be more of a commentary about requels and how certain requels can have they have similar titles, but it's like, I mean, I can understand about that, but it's because it's meant to do that on purpose. But it's like other ones where they have just the same title. It's just.
I do not. I mean, but I don't professionally do it. I don't
Oh, yeah.
I play a few video games on my own. I have.
I played some video games. I guess it just depends on what which ones.
Yeah.
So.
And Rob Zombie one's your favorite.
Oh
Nice.
wow.
I'll admit, I do like Rob Zombie's first movie. Like Rez, I think the sequel is just okay. I do legitimately like his first one.
Yeah.
But, it's actually funny. Like I gave both Rob Zombie's movies A's when the 2018 was coming out. I think it was just because I was so caught up in the hype of a new Halloween movie coming out that I was just gushing over all the other movies. So
Yeah.
But I would still say Rob Zombie's first movie, it's a B. I would probably give both of them B's. Like, there's enough of them that I like, but.
How does $3,000 sound? How does $3,000 sound?
Okay. How does $3,000 sound? Okay.
Yes. Imagine and people are joking saying like, "Oh, that's how they got Jamie Lee Curtis back." And it's like, how does 30 million sound?
Yeah,
And then it's like, sure.
Yeah, but because a lot of
She's
people
always
said
loved the
that-
franchise. She's always loved the franchise. She's
Oh, yeah.
always been proud of the original film. And like
Yeah.
she said, as she traces her entire career to that film.
Mhm.
I was gonna say
That's actually
say
what I want to say.
yeah. I was gonna yeah, because it's like the original Halloween is the one that got her noticed. It's like it's the thing that jumpstarted her career. Without it,
I mean, literally, like she went back and because Halloween got her prom night, made her the scream queen, and all that, like prom night, and that was where oh God, what's his name? The guy who directed Coming to America and Trading Places.
oh, I know. Oh, what was it? Let me tell
Jamie Lee Curtis wasn't Coming to America.
No, she was in Trading Places.
Oh,
was-
right.
All right, Coming to America. Let's see here. John Landis directed.
John Landis, yes, John
yeah.
Landis noticed her in that, and he cast her in Trading Places. Trading Places got her a Fish Called Wanda. Fish Called Wanda got her, and David Cameron noticed her in that, and cast her in True Lies. So,
Yeah.
I cannot say enough good things about Jamie Lee Curtis in this movie alone.
Mhm.
I really think this is the best performance she has ever given in her career.
Yeah.
Because the heart, the passion, you can feel all of it. That she really is like on board with everyone else. As in, we want to try and make things right again. And do this franchise justice. I love that.
Yeah. What do you think of MODOK's? Is that? Oh, okay. Sorry, I was reading.
I didn't even know MODOK was gonna be in the movie. If he is, that sounds about right. The kind of villain to put in an Ant-Man movie.
Yeah,
I
that
don't
makes
know.
sense.
Yeah, but though I don't know the comics and like what he's actually a villain for. Is he like so? I don't know if he's like a Ant-Man villain or if he's somewhere else. But it should be interesting.
Yeah.
And the thing is,
Yep.
all of her scenes in the movie are great, but I really think her interview here with the podcasters is her best scene because I love a lot of the dialogue too because it's pretty true. I mean, you like what she said. Michael kills people, and they say, "Oh, we gotta understand him." But I'm twice divorced, and I'm a basket case.
She don't want to say anything to him. She wants to kill him.
Yeah, man. I mean, like you You put her in a room with them, only one of them's coming out. Or there'll only be one left. Or they'd probably tear each other apart.
I'll accept my payment.
It's like, your time's up. Now where's my money?
It's like,
This guy's name,
don't
the
make me
dad.
be all.
But he's a really good actor.
Yeah.
He's a good
Oh,
character actor.
Oh yeah, Ray's actor,
Yeah, the dad.
Yeah. Toby Huss, I think.
Yeah, he's been in a lot of shit.
Yeah, and Laura be all like, "Don't make me be all like Stewie now. Where's my money? You gonna give me my money?" But I liked Ray's character. He wasn't great, but he was there to be funny, and he even had a few supportive scenes. So I thought he served his purpose just
Oh,
fine.
come on, dude. Your family got a reputation.
You're married to the daughter of the town's resident crazy cat lady, basically.
Well, I mean, it's crazy that he would bring that up, knowing that his wife's family doesn't have the best reputation because of her mother. I mean, shit.
And I think I heard somewhere that one of the original concepts they were going to go for in 2018 was that we would see scenes of the people of Haddonfield showing resentment towards Karen's family and all that, basically saying that because it's all connected to Lori and that Michael attacked her, that they just hate the Strodes. What do you think about that? You think that would have been too
I
much?
think that would have been over the top. I think it's best to say everybody thinks her like a crazy old woman who went over the top when who lost it when Michael attacked her.
Yeah. What do y'all think of Karen, especially with knowing the knowledge that Danielle Harris actually lobbied hard to try and be in this movie as her daughter, but they didn't do it.
Yeah, I mean, I felt like that was kind of because like we were talking about before, it's like it felt like a kind of a missed opportunity.
Yeah, seriously, I agree. I mean, that didn't mean they had to follow the.
I was gonna say, I mean, you could still
Timeline.
I
But
mean,
it would have been a nice Easter egg,
it would have. That's
You
what I
could have
was
said this was an alternate universe where
Yeah, because
we're-
after all, it is an alternate universe where Michael and Lori were never
exactly
siblings.
Michael's not her brother, and she
yeah. So this is
I
So,
mean,
would have been nice to see those two on screen together.
it would have been.
And Danielle Harris is still fine as fuck, dude.
Oh man, she's in her 40s now, right? And
I
she's
know,
still
she's about my age.
get it, man. That's me with Kate Winslet, man.
Oh yeah, Kate Winslet, we're good.
Oh yeah,
I think she's gonna be in Avatar 2 now, right?
Kate Winslet.
I believe so.
Thick.
Yeah.
Oh, here comes Mickey.
I know what scene in Rob Zombie's Halloween you probably rewind that. But
Got you. That was a good one.
yeah, like Karen, gotcha. Anything to say about Allison's side friends here? I actually really liked Vicky. I liked her attitude, especially when she was babysitting the kid,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And Cameron, what do you think? Let's talk about Cameron for a second.
Mm-hmm.
That dude, what else was he in?
His actor, Dylan Arnold.
Yeah.
Wasn't he in the second Goosebumps movie as well? Or
I didn't see
I'm
else.
thinking of that, either that or I think he was in Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark.
What was his name again?
Oh, the guy
The guy with the big forehead, his friend.
Oh,
Cameron's actor, Dylan Arnold.
oh, Dylan Arnold.
The friend.
Let's see
Oh,
here.
and Oscar's actor. I can't remember.
Oscar. Oh, is that who you're talking about? Oscar?
Or
Drew Stade?
Yeah, Drew Shade.
I think that's how you pronounce it.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you said Dylan Arnold is Cameron. What else was he in?
It's a grandmother.
Dark.
Well, what else intrigues me is I wonder if Andy Matichak was in.
Gave it to her granddaughter.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Mark, what'd you say?
Gave it to her granddaughter.
Oh yeah.
I love it. I also love her advice is go somewhere. Go to Mexico. It's
Yep.
like, go somewhere. Go to Mexico. I give somebody the same advice. I mean, take a break from college. Go somewhere for crying out loud.
What do you, and how do you guys
See the world.
feel they handled all the moments of nostalgia? Like how they just saw like seeing Lori standing out there. It's clearly mirroring when Lori sees Michael.
Yes.
The moments of nostalgia like that. I think each moment was actually handled really well.
Yeah.
And it doesn't come off as pandering because at this point, with all the bad sequels, you earn yourself moments of nostalgia. You earn if you're, you know. Have you seen Mark the deleted scenes for 2018?
No, I have not. I don't think so. Maybe
Yeah.
they're like YouTube or something.
There's actually a lot more deleted scenes for 2018 than there were Halloween Kills. There's just like about a minute's worth of deleted scenes for Kills, but there's like 12 minutes of deleted scenes for 2018. And it's not every day I'll say that for a movie. I think every deleted scene actually would have added to the story and it would have been filler. Like that's how I am with the deleted scenes for Titanic. I actually feel that same way about Halloween 2018, where I feel every deleted scene would have actually added something. Like there was a deleted scene where, because like that scene just right there where you her with the guns and all that was meant to be more in the beginning of the movie before the podcasters talk with her. And there's a little bit that they cover, like, oh, she's checking her guns and all that. She has a moment where she like puts a revolver up to herself like this. I think it's meant to be interpreted that she's contemplating suicide or something, or something like, oh, is this what it feels like? It sounds dumb the way I'm describing it, but it's actually a really profound scene. Actually seeing it, I love the guy who voiced Loomis here. That's another way they improved from H2O, is with the different voice. I like the guy. I like that little bit with the guy they got to voice Loomis in H2O, but this actually sounded more like him. And actually, on rewatch, I guess it's actually no. I guess like on rewatch, now that you actually know where they're gonna go with Sartain's character, on rewatch, did it leave you thinking that you probably should have seen it coming in the first place? Like, do you feel like it was obvious?
What?
With Sartain's character, because like on rewatch, seeing like having the knowledge, knowing where they go with his character, does it leave you thinking that you should have seen it coming on your first watch?
Not necessarily, but I can see it. You just kind of got, it makes sense you got so obsessed with Michael. Because I mean, you said right at the beginning that you said it right at the beginning. I grew obsessed with him. I read every case file of him. I was a student of Dr. Loomis, So, yeah.
And that's actually interesting because I actually have some words for that moment, and it may not be what you think. I may possibly defend that plot line. And trust me, yeah, and it's actually brilliant. I think you guys may end up looking at it in a different way when we talk about it.
Oh yeah.
But I guess like all of his scenes.
It's like
quit drinking. Yeah, last.
I don't know. I mean,
I did yesterday, and this is today.
Yeah.
Was it kind of uncalled for her to just be like, "Oh, this is exactly why we don't watch. We don't reach." I mean, she was just drinking.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, she put up with a lot of shit from her mother. So,
yeah.
I mean, it's no way for any kid to be,
And she's been having PTSD for like 40 years.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's put a toll on her through most of her life.
But the way it's written, they're still able to make her so compelling, and I really mean it. I really think this is the best the Laurie Strode character has ever been. As far as all the different ways they've tried to take her character, continuing from the '78 movie, I think this is the best.
Yeah.
That's such a beautiful shot. Just her standing there, the traffic in the background.
Yeah.
Whenever
I
people
love that
say
her grandmother is not her. I love that it's her granddaughter who's trying to make it.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Isn't it weird that Disney might not release Black Panther 2 in France?
Wow, really?
Why?
Because France has this strange law where theatrically released films have to wait 17 months before releasing on a subscription-based streaming platform.
Wow. And
17 months.
17 months. You're so pretty much a year and a half is what they're saying.
Exactly. Yeah. So no, we're not going to do that. So I mean, it seems like they might just not release it in France and just put it on Disney Plus later. So I mean, they could do that. They could just put it on Disney Plus in France and make them pay whatever if they want to see it.
I was gonna say just put it on. Do it kind of like with a couple of years ago where they offered to put something on Disney Plus and then you had to pay like maybe an extra or something.
That makes sense to me.
So, yeah, because I know they had to do that. Because I know they had to do that a few times with like the Mulan remake and Raya and the Last Dragon and something else. What?
Because you mentioned Mulan, the remake. God, that sucked.
No, I kind of like it.
You know, hey, Zach. You know what's worse than Mulan? Pinocchio.
Oh, seriously. Mulan was different.
At least Mulan was different.
Yeah, Mulan was different, and it really did try to stick to the major theme of the movie. You know, I mean, she's kind of finding herself, and
I mean, because the thing is that her
father saving his life.
At least it.
My biggest issue with the Mulan remake was that it was different. They took away all of her growth, though. I mean, the fact that she's already skilled as a child and all that, and that's some stupid thing they made up for the movie called the Chi or whatever.
Yeah.
It's just they just went for the.
I don't think that was made up. That's kind of taken from
Yeah.
Eastern philosophy. Not entirely made up anyway.
Yeah, I mean, if you tried to do the chosen one narrative with Mulan, it's just what growth is there for her then when she's trying to, the disguise, training with the army and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked a lot of the other things. I liked the new villain chick. What
That little witch, I forgot her name.
I did
So-
like her, like all of her scenes, her whole arc. I did like what they did with her, but
Yeah. But I mean, yeah, you do not want to watch. You do not want to watch the live action Disney remake of Pinocchio.
I did.
You did?
It's a
I
fair
like
point. I'll have to watch it for myself to judge.
I didn't like it though.
Good. Okay.
I liked things in it. I loved Keegan Michael Key as Honest John. Actually,
Yeah.
he was the only him and Tom Hanks were the only real lively performances. Oh, but kid,
For some reason, I don't know if it was just me, but I've just noticed that Tom Hanks. It seems like he kept slipping in and out of his like Italian accent. Like it seems like he had different accents. I don't know if it was just me that noticed it, but yeah. And I hated what they did with what they did with the Pleasure Island scene.
I
I
didn't.
love that moment actually.
I didn't
I
care
actually
for Tom Hanks in this movie at all, which is rare because normally I could always say Tom Hanks did a good job.
Yeah.
It feels weird to say. I just didn't care for him in this movie. I don't think he had much of an accent at all. Period.
Yeah.
I never heard him slip into an
You really
Italian
think
accent.
you and your tiny little hunting rifle is going to take out Michael?
Jesus, Michael.
But
was
it's-
a kid.
It does
Of
leave you
course,
thinking. Though,
Strangulate.
it does leave you
Michael's
thinking.
favorite
Though, if Sartain really did what he did that caused the crash, how did Michael not kill him? Have you noticed that?
Mm,
Yeah.
he
They
probably
did have balls in. Because a lot of people think that, it should be a taboo thing in horror to kill kids. I mean, I actually kind of like it here because, it shows that Michael's not fucking around.
Yeah. I mean, then again, there have been a lot of horror movies that involved kids dying.
Like,
A lot of
remember the Blob remake?
Oh yes.
Oh, yeah. I actually like it more than the original.
What?
Yeah, the Blob remake.
I mean, I really like them both because they're.
I do too. The
Yeah.
Blob is a great, corny 50s classic.
Yeah.
A lot of the 50s horror films, I mean, they're corny, but they're classic. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got Steve McQueen in it.
Mhm.
What can I say?
Steve McQueen was the man.
Yeah.
I was just like shocked to learn that Dutch from Cobra Kai, not Cobra Kai, but from Karate Kid,
Yeah.
one of the Cobra Kai members, Dutch,
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Dutch was freaking Steve McQueen. Is freaking Steve McQueen's Steve McQueen's son.
Oh, no shit.
Yes. That's why he couldn't come on Cobra Kai because he's a fucking race car driver. He was busy. I mean, he wanted to do it, but he's fucking busy. He's a race car driver. He had no time to do it.
I love Hawkins' character.
Oh yeah.
I would like to see him at least make a cameo in the last season,
Yeah.
Oh, here's a little tidbit. That right here in the cemetery, the chick showing the podcasters around,
Yeah.
she look familiar? Here's a hint.
Oh,
It's connected.
it is connected.
Another thing they were originally
he had that wrong though because
Oh yeah, I know who you.
he
Yeah.
stabbed her in the neck at the baseless spot. He didn't stab her in the neck first. When he stabbed, because she turned around and said, "Michael," And then he had the knife raised. He had the knife raised. He turned around, said Michael, and then he started stabbing her.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it would have been defensive wounds in the hands because you saw her putting her hands up,
I heard that another thing they were apparently wanting to do instead of this scene here with the podcasters is that they wanted to have a scene with Lori on her own visiting the gravestones of her friends.
That would have been nice.
And I think I've actually heard somewhere that may have actually been a scene that was filmed, but they cut it and that they didn't even include it on the Blu-ray. If that's true, I do want to see that scene. That would have added more layers to it.
Oh yeah.
Can we all agree though that Hawkins is the second best character in this trilogy?
Yeah. Hawkins.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I love Hawkins. He's only had 2 movies, not as much screen time as Laurie, but he's already my second favorite character in the franchise. The whole franchise. A lot of that comes from Will Patton. He's a great character actor. And of course, there's his arc too that helps as well. But sometimes it's all about like the actor portraying it. Y'all think he's gonna make it through the next one?
We'll see.
Considering what they've set up, for Hawkins, know that he has this guilt and that he could have killed Michael.
What?
Knowing what they're setting up for him, do you think he's gonna survive Halloween Ends?
Yeah, because I think he's going to kill him.
Yeah, that's possible. And by the way, Zach, question: why did they have to make a reference to Resurrection? The van. Did you notice the van? It said Resurrection.
Oh God.
Oh,
Jeez.
are you kidding?
You didn't see that part?
Oh, Resurrection Church.
Yes.
Oh my God. I could have done without that.
We can all be thankful though that I think
This is straight out of H2O, the bathroom thing.
Oh
I
yeah.
love this scene though because it takes the suspense of what could have happened in H2O, like what if Michael actually killed them? Because it leaves you thinking, is he gonna kill them? What's gonna happen? But it takes that in this scene and something actually happens, like Michael's going after them. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
It's kind of like a mix.
Damn mask. Reminds me of in Watchmen. The first thing that Rorschach does when he breaks out, he goes to look for his damn mask.
Oh yeah.
Face.
Where's my face? Tell me, doctor.
What
What you see?
He fucked that doctor up, man.
Yeah.
I fucking love Rorschach. Man.
Oh yeah, I do too.
Both in the comic and in the movie.
Comic. Yeah.
That was Jackie Earle Haley's character, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And other people are like, he's such a piece of shit. I'm like, yeah, of course. That's why I like him, because he's a piece of shit.
I was gonna say he was that way in the comics too.
That's the way. That's
in that movie.
It's a fun character.
Because the
He only
characters
likes characters that are moral, man. I mean, Jesus.
Yeah, because they got to realize that the characters in that movie aren't exactly morally sound.
God, no, they're all pieces of shit. I mean, Night Owl's a fucking coward. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Did you know? You didn't notice that at all in the movie?
Oh, yeah, I did. I did. That still gets me every time. Was that Michael Berryman? Kind of looked like Michael Berryman.
It looked like him.
I do wish though, because this scene here shows his jaw ripped open. That was like a promotional still that they used, for marketing 2018. It's like, they would release random set images and all that, and that's what they showed. I do wish they wouldn't have shown that because imagine the shock in the theater, not knowing that that's a thing, and then you see his jaw ripped open like that. It actually really is a bummer, at least for me, that the podcasters are only in it this much.
Yeah.
You better start kicking for your life.
Because I'll say this: if at most maybe kill the chick, but Aaron lives and is in more of the movie, like say it would lead to him like believing actually more that Michael is actually, you know, because what he was saying to Lori earlier, you know, he just thinks that Michael's human, and no, he doesn't know and all that. You know what I mean?
No, yeah.
So, like, if you wanted to at least kill the chick right here, but Aaron somehow lives, I'd be.
I would have done it differently. I would have had Aaron sacrifice her because that's something he would do. Like, let her die just to get what he wanted somehow. Like,
Well, they are lovers.
let her die. Like, let her die. Let Michael kill her so he can get away. Because that's kind of piece of shit thing he would do.
Aaron?
Yeah. All he cares about is his fucking story. That's all.
Yeah.
Well, there was a deleted scene though that showed that they were actually lovers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a scene. It was a lead scene
Deal.
where like
I
Dana.
can see him totally screwing her over.
It was actually a cool deleted scene though, where it was like at that hotel they were staying at earlier. Dana's showering, and then and then Aaron comes in, scares her wearing the mask. He's like, "Take that hideous thing off." And he's all like, "Yo, when I wear this, I feel a certain inclination that the legacy of the mask implies." And she's like, "Please don't murder me." It's like, "I would never murder you. I'd miss your smile." The best shot in the movie, though, when he gets his mask.
Oh yeah.
Another moment in the theater where I just wanted to go, "Fuck yeah!" Guess who's back? Hell, fuck Jason Voorhees. He's back. The man behind the mask.
Yeah.
They tried rebooting that shit. To me, I mean, the fact that reboot failed was just a judgment on the original because the whole original series
for the original Friday the 13th
series is the whole original Friday the 13th series is overrated as fuck. Look at that. I mean, I loved it when I was a kid and I was a teenager.
Oh no, I totally agree.
Yeah.
I was like,
totally
what
agree.
the fuck is even? What was I?
Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, it's like
Sucks every single. I mean, 4 was good. Don't get me wrong. 4 was good.
I like the first 4 mostly, even though I do think the first one is really slow. I mostly like the first 4, and I like some of the others. But I
I
will
don't even
admit,
care for those. I mean, because they had their moments.
like I said. I mean, for when it comes to Friday the 13th, the good ones, there's only like a handful for me, and then everything else ranges from just being just okay to just
'cause
sucks.
Here's an interesting question for you guys, because we would all probably agree that most of the Jason movies, even the really good ones, are just the same thing over and over again.
They kind of are. So yeah. I mean, but and the only reason that they were so popular is because it came out like it came out like the late 70s, early 80s, and slasher movies were all the rage because it's like before you got Halloween, you got Black Christmas.
You know what I just realized? Whereas Jason and in a way Freddy mostly dominated the 80s, Michael only had 2 movies in the 80s, Halloween 2 and 4.
Well, he was in. I was gonna say. Technically speaking, he was in 2, 4, and 5.
Yeah, 5. Yeah, because 89.
Yeah.
Because here's a good argument for the Halloween movies. Whereas, like you're saying, just most of the Jason movies, even the really good ones, are just watch, rinse, repeat, mostly the same thing.
Yeah.
Something we got to give credit to the Halloween franchise, even to the bad movies. You could take any 2 random Halloween movies.
Yeah, that's just stupid. I remember that just pissed me off. I'm like, come on, how fucking naive.
Okay, guys.
That she would go that way with Karen because I mean, with her trauma, it seems like it makes sense that she would go completely the opposite direction.
Yeah. Okay.
But,
just guys, just to let you know, I'm probably gonna go ahead and hop off. I gotta head to work. So.
I'm sorry.
So, but
right.
I'm. It's okay. It's okay. So.
Yeah. Well, hopefully,
Sorry, bro. That was
we'll
my
hopefully
fault.
have you
Sorry.
on for kills.
Oh yeah, I'll be on. Yeah, hopefully I'll be able to make it for kills. So hopefully I'll be able to stay for the whole thing. So
Yep.
we'll
Yeah.
see. All right, take it easy, guys.
Righty.
Later, brother.
Later.
Good seeing you, man.
Good seeing you.
Later. But yeah, so here's a good question mark. Because again,
Yeah,
like
what's
you're saying about Friday the 13th, how most of them are mostly repetitive, it's the same thing over again. Would you agree that for the most part, you could take any random 2 Halloween movies and you wouldn't be able to say that none of
Yeah.
them are similar to each other?
Yeah. I
'Cause,
mean,
like,
yeah, because at least they go in very different directions. I mean, go in a
yeah.
really stupid ass direction with the whole Thorn cult thing, you know.
Oh, Jazz is in here. What's up, Jazz? Or my friend Jasmine. What's
Oh,
up?
okay.
Glad you can make it. Yep. Dude, I would kill to be able to be on set that day and see how they filmed that whole scene here. This whole one track shot here.
Yeah, that is
I
nice.
think because I will say this, while my favorite Michael Myers kill isn't in this movie, my overall favorite Michael moment, like a moment for the character, is
Mhm.
probably this whole 3-minute scene here. Him going from the next house to the other.
Yeah,
This is probably my favorite Michael moment in the entire franchise.
yeah.
What's yours? Like, say, not necessarily a kill, but like, say, a character moment for Michael.
When Tommy looks out the window and he's trying to scare Lindsay, and he looks out the window and he sees Michael. No. Before that, that was before that. When he looks out and sees Michael Myers just standing there,
Mm-hmm.
that's just fucking frightening. You know,
Yeah.
talking about seeing the boogeyman.
Yeah, because it's like it's be like your worst fears as a kid come to reality.
Exactly. I mean, just him standing there across the fucking street like there, it's just fucking terrifying. I mean,
it's like-
John
it's like-
Carpenter was talking about in the making of, it's like he was saying, that Nick Castle just had this way of just fucking standing there and just looking absolutely terrifying.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like the Mrs. Elrod reference here, or at least I think it was meant to be a reference to Halloween 2, where they
I think
kills
this
the
whole kind of sequence is because, I mean, this is what he did at Halloween 2, kind of walking down the street.
Yep.
With people just thinking, okay, it's just a guy dressed up.
Yeah, man. That's just how good this movie is for me. Because every single time I feel like I'm about to say, "Oh, this is the best scene in the movie," but then I remember
Mhm.
how much I like another scene that'll come along later.
Yeah.
But I really do think, though, I've seen this movie enough times. I really do think, like I said, this whole bit here going into these houses one by one, I really think it is the best Michael moment in the entire series. Because
The kills are really
it really played to his character, him being on a random path. He's not particularly targeting anybody. He's like, you know what? I think we'll go to this house. Yeah, this house is cool. Oh, did you notice that? Oh, the couple from Halloween Kills right there.
Mm-mm.
Oh yeah, I didn't even notice it until after I saw Halloween Kills, because then I remembered, because then I was able to recognize the couple there, because I could hear the guy saying, "Oh shit, I forgot my stethoscope. I gotta go find it." And he's coming out. I was like, "Oh, you're never gonna believe this. They were in my pocket the whole time." It's like I didn't even know they were in this movie. It really shows that even if a whole trilogy wasn't planned, that they really did have Halloween Kills planned from the start at the very least. Do you think they did?
The whole trilogy?
I mean,
I
like,
don't know.
because I mean, what I mean is even if they didn't say have a whole trilogy planned, they at least had Halloween Kills in mind when making this.
Well, I mean, I'm sure they had an idea of what direction they wanted to go,
Yeah.
Plus, they know they're going to set it to the same universe, So, I mean, they know it's going to be the same night, So it makes sense to use some of the same people in the second one,
Yeah. It's something that And this whole section here in the movie with the party at the school and all that, and everything
Yeah.
leads to it. A lot of people say that all this could have been cut, and it wouldn't have changed anything.
Yeah.
I don't really see what there is to complain. I mean, it's not doing anything egregious. It's just,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah. True.
and in a way it is
I mean, I
kind
like
of,
it.
and I mean in a way it is kind of needed because it's what gets Allison out into the open, and then
Exactly.
it leads
Yeah.
to everything else. And I actually like Cameron. Like even here, it made Cameron better knowing how they redeemed him in Halloween Kills, but I still liked him here anyway. Because I think what makes it better is another deleted scene that involved them. Because he throws her phone into the pudding or whatever.
Oh yeah.
There was a
I
deleted
mean, it's just
scene
the
where-
lovers of spat. I mean, dear God, teenagers do that shit. I mean,
because there's a deleted scene that where it involved because Cameron was trying to bring her phone to her. It's like, yo, I'm sorry, you just got to put in a bag of rice and all that. And they had this little moment and all that. It's like, yeah, I think this really sets up for Cameron still being likable in the next movie. Yeah, I really would look up the deleted scenes because there's some interesting stuff that they cut that I think would have made Halloween Kills a lot better, knowing how it takes.
I don't know because I just thought the execution in Kills was really lacking.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
mean, as far as with what this one deleted scene does for Cameron, and then I think it'll make you able to swallow more, seeing Cameron being shown in a more likable light.
yeah.
But dude, this kid is freaking hilarious. It's like he ran, and he
Oh,
was
yeah.
smart too. Like he ran
He's
right
smart
out
kid.
of the.
He ran it out right. He got the hell out.
It's like
I would
I
go
know
in there if I were you.
he was like, I know what movie I'm in.
Exactly.
And it's like I was saying earlier, I actually do really like Vicky. I liked her. I liked her sass. I liked her attitude and and her chemistry with this kid. Julian, that was the kid's name. Maybe we'll see him again in Halloween Ends.
Baby.
Because I actually liked that they had that small bit with him in Halloween Kills.
Yeah.
And there's another argument people make about this movie that they focus too much on all these other characters and that Laurie is hardly in it.
But that's the granddaughter, though. I mean,
yeah. And
you want a granddaughter to have some development too. It's not just about Laurie; it's also about her daughter and her granddaughter too.
It's like they were saying it's a movie about generations.
Exactly.
Right. It's like sometimes people will make the most surface value criticisms toward this movie, and it's like, yeah, I get that there's a lot that you may not know about behind the scenes and all, but it's like even watching the movie itself, the intention should be really obvious.
That was a dick move.
Knowing what he did here, how were you still? Was it like even though they were still trying to make him more likable and trying to redeem him in Halloween Kills, were you still rooting for him to die?
I mean, that was a dick move. I mean, shit.
Yeah.
I'd have been pretty pissed. I would still been pretty pissed. He ruined my fucking phone.
Because it's funny what they say about Cameron is that just because of this right here alone that they were glad that they killed him in the next movie, but
yeah,
I actually felt really bad for him with how they killed him off.
Obviously, that's why they try to redeem him. We need to redeem him to try to make him feel bad for him. So
yeah. And it's like I get what they're going for. It's like, I mean, he was drunk, so you know, he was. But yeah,
But I mean, it's not just that, the throwing her phone and that. Also cheating on her and then fucking lying about it. Oh,
yeah.
you're talking to her. She whispered in my ear. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Like that's what a lot of my friends around here are like when we were all talking about after they had seen Halloween Kills, they're like, it was like that's exactly it. Is that because of what he did in 2018, it was like they were rooting for him to die.
Yeah.
And he told me that they actually cheered when they were cheering with the particular way he was being killed. I'm like, did we watch the same movie? I thought that scene was unnerving. Like I felt so bad for him.
I can't even remember what happened to him, honestly. Ooh.
Penis. He has a penis. Did you hear something?
You know what? You know what I find interesting comparing both this and Halloween Kills? The
Yeah.
length. Because both
Yeah.
of these movies they're both an hour and 45 minutes, but you notice how this one feels like in a good way, it feels slower and all that, like more taking its time. Like that's the way it's paced.
Yeah.
How is it then that Halloween Kills is just as long? Like it's also an hour 45, but it feels like it's going a lot faster.
Probably because there's more stuff happening.
It's not a criticism. It's not like a bad thing. I just
No,
noticed.
it's just like, yeah, I mean, because, I mean,
I
the
just
first film, he only kills, what, 5 people, and one of them was off screen, you know? I mean,
yeah.
so.
I like that a little bit there. Send Dave first. Again, I know I just said it, but it's because I really do think she's actually another one of the best characters in the movie is Vicky. Because I think that's a particular thing that this trilogy on its own has been able to do, particularly with its more side characters, supporting characters, is that a lot of them they give them these really likable personalities that you end up feeling really bad for a lot of the side characters that die. I mean, some of the other Halloween movies have been able to do that with some of the other characters, but I'm really feeling it a lot in particular with 2018 and Kills. What's your favorite kill in this movie, by the way? I guess now that Vicky's dead.
I honestly can't remember. I mean, geez. The one where he sticks the woman in the throat with that shit.
Oh, then
Hits her on takes her head or by the hair, hits her head on the thing.
oh yeah.
Yeah, and then boom, just tabs right to the throat. That's pretty brutal.
I think my favorite death is Oscar's. Trying to kiss Allison, he was drunk on.
Yeah.
Not necessarily. I think is because they had the lights going on and off, and then Michael is in one place, then he's getting closer. I think that's what did it for me is because they were the way they utilized Michael.
Yeah.
And the actual death itself was cool. He got stuck on the fence and all that, but with the lights on and off, that's what really sold it for me.
Yeah.
That was the one kill in the movie, actually, where the entire theater, my audience, just went all,
This is what tripped me the fuck out of Kiss is, oh shit, he just runs.
Yeah, he didn't just run out of the movie. He ran into he ran into another universe. Like all of a sudden, he's sitting next to Doctor Strange. Is like,
Yeah, he
where
said,
did you come from? Halloween.
I'll go get help.
Yeah, I don't think Michael's gonna need help.
Don't go up there, you're gonna get killed, Dave.
And that's what makes me really feel bad is like she was gonna get away, but then she tripped. She would have gotten away.
Yeah.
Was she a character you particularly felt bad for? Or did it just feel like
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say I felt that much for her. I mean, yeah, but I mean, yeah, in the sense that you don't like anybody get killed, you know.
Yeah.
She
There
was
wasn't
just kind of there as just, you know, just another teenage babysitter.
Yeah.
You know.
Aside from maybe Cameron because of what he does later, I would otherwise argue that there isn't a single dislikable character in the whole movie. Not even Ray.
I mean, some characters you want me to be dislikable.
Yeah, like
Cameron, that kind of what him to.
yeah, like, because even with what Cameron did in this movie,
Mhm.
I mean, hey, at least he's not Tina.
Yeah.
Have you ever noticed that at least in today's age, slasher movies have been trying to get out of that more? Because like slasher
Right.
movies back in the day, you noticed
Mhm.
made like intentionally dislikable characters so you could root for them to die. But slasher movies nowadays, it's like it's not that you don't get any dislikable characters, but as far as intentionally writing them to be assholes, you know,
Yeah.
you don't see that. You don't
I
see
mean,
that.
I don't know. Rob Zombie sure seems to go out of his way and
Not just in his
in
Halloween
his movies to
pretty
make
much
all
all
the
of it.
characters unlikable. It
Yeah.
seems like
Not-
the only one he was really cared for was Michael, which he even
Yeah.
said himself.
Yeah, and you could pretty much say that for not just his Halloween movies, but almost all of his movies, even the Firefly trilogy.
Mhm.
Do you like those ones, by the way? When it comes to Rob Zombie's filmography, his trilogy he did, that
Would-
with
you know, I haven't even seen him with the whole thing.
like House of a Thousand Corpses and
Yeah.
Devil's Rejects. I actually Devil's Rejects does a lot of the same things that Rob Zombie usually does in his movies. The white trash characters, all the violence and stuff, but for some reason, it's like it doesn't feel trashy like some of his other movies. It doesn't have that tone, you know.
Yeah.
And I may sound dumb for saying this, but like Hawkins in here looking around because Michael set Vicky's body up like that, right, with the ghost thing on it.
Mhm.
I must sound dumb for saying this, but seeing it in the theater, I did not catch that right away. I did not know that was meant to be an Easter egg to the original. Because Michael wore the tarp thing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. There it is.
Yeah. Fun fact, in that scene, she sees him up in the window. That was actually Nick Castle in that scene. Because they were saying that they wanted that scene to really feel special, that if it's Laurie and Michael seeing each other for the first time, that it should be both the original actors. So I like that they made that little detail.
Yeah.
Because they could have just went with James Jude Courtney for that scene, but they really did their homework.
Yeah.
Another little question about Hawkins. Do you feel now knowing his backstory in Halloween Kills, do you think he technically counts as a legacy character? I think he does. He has the history, and he has the background. Ouch. You all right, Mark?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry.
No, sorry. I'm really tired.
Oh, it's all right. Because I was gonna ask, do you think Hawkins technically counts as a legacy character, knowing his backstory in Halloween Kills?
I don't know. I wouldn't go that far because I mean he was not in the original, so I think they,
Oh, shoot.
you know,
1 minute. Darn it.
You sit still. Well, I was sitting still anyway. He's an asset. An asset. He's a liability. He's one that's hot. Nobody knows Myers better. No, I can't. You ever take this injured civilian to go look for a psychopathic serial killer?
Sure. Frank, what are we doing?
We don't need your help right now,
You're
Lori.
just standing here. Please do something.
Lori Strode, Dr. Satay. Michael's doctor. I'm your Satay.
Sorry about that. It was
no, it's all right. You're fine. It's just I have sleep apnea and I didn't have any. I could use a machine last night because I have I was out of distilled water. I got to go get some.
I really feel like they could have done away with Barker's character and just made Hawkins the sheriff. Because Omar Dorsey, he is a talented actor and he does a good job in these movies, but if you're trying to paint him as the new sheriff of Haddonfield, they just made him really incompetent. He wasn't taking anything seriously. Hawkins was the one to take charge right away. And that's the kind of leadership you need in a town like Haddonfield that has this history.
You're the coolest, you're the prettiest, you're the nicest person. Michael doesn't appreciate that.
Oh, speaking of asshole moves, though, you could technically say, though, that what Oscar does here is kind of worse. He's carrying all the friggin' beer cans. What the hell?
But there's also the other side. What are they saying?
For some reason, though, I still kind of felt sorry for Oscar's character, though. Is that... In a way, I feel Oscar's pain. Not able to get the girl, all that stuff. Believe me, I know. And this scene right here is actually why I really like Sartain's character. The way they're able to plant the seeds that maybe something's wrong with him, that maybe he's more obsessed in a way than Loomis was. And I also just really like what they had to say about Michael. Like, do his crimes affect him emotionally, or is he just on a random path? So.
Where's Allison? Mom, please call me back a second. We're evacuated scared and I can't get in touch with you and then maybe just when your grandmother's house.
Sweetheart, this is a friend. There is a police officer waiting at your house. You bring him to us. We're all going to be together.
No, I said I'd watch the rest of this on
That's
got
what
my
I say.
37 minutes. Yeah.
So what do you think, though? Like, you could technically say, though, that what Oscar tries to do here is technically more of an asshole move.
Yeah, they're both pretty shit.
Yeah. I actually think Oscar deserved to die more than maybe Cameron did because at least I guess they were both drunk, but
Mhm.
I thought you were sending me signals.
Definitely no signal.
Oh, sorry.
yeah, like.
Hammer enough this. I didn't feel like you that.
But in a way, I still kind of relate because he didn't get the girl. I ain't got a girl. I don't know.
Allison, I'm like really drunk right now. I got really horny at the party, and like all these girls are like dancing on me. Your beautiful body's got me all choked out, Allison.
Freaking shut up, Oscar. You were feeding me guacamole in all these sexy ways.
Yeah, really.
Hey, Oscar, you lucky you have the best death scene in the movie.
Really like her, man. She likes me too, and I really liked the girl and just couldn't have her.
That was funny though. You ever liked a girl and you just couldn't have her?
Huh.
Thank you.
It's like, kid, all people do is run from me.
Mhm.
You doing all right?
Mhm.
Hey,
Sweet.
where'd you go, man? You're acting like right now.
What I would have done though in this scene is like have the lights go on and off a couple more times instead of just the one. Really play with like, oh, where is he this time? But it was still well done though. Man, we're so great. Ooh. Dude. Dude. Right now, Allison being pissed at you is the least of your worries. Oh, and there he goes. The best kill in the movie. Ouch.
That's gotta hurt.
Allison, you were too nice to this guy, man. You should have just left him behind. What? I mean, why go back for him? So we can just try and kiss you again? Oh, I love this score. It really leaves me wondering, though. The score in 2018 is great. Then they topped themselves in Halloween Kills, so I'm really excited to see what they're gonna do when Halloween ends. I'm expecting the most emotional score yet.
Karen.
Kind of a shame though there wasn't like really a chase scene here though. I mean, Allison just runs away and then she finds help. I mean, they could have really had a chase scene here, but I guess it's all right. Oh damn. Karen acting like a Karen. Come on. I see what you're doing there. Obvious commentary is obvious. Ding! We got 2 people watching.
Wait.
Anyone joining in? If you want to join in and watch along, we are an hour and 13 minutes in case you want to join in and watch along.
Jack, don't start with a pounding. Sorry, I'm not very interactive, Zach. It's just I didn't get much sleep last night, and
Oh no, it's all right.
I didn't sleep well. So
Yeah. There's like we're about an hour 13 in, so there's like 30 minutes left, I think.
yep.
His accuracy and stopping power. This is tactical. The way you think. He's doing it for me.
Is it weird though that Ray was another character I actually felt bad for when he died? Because that's another character people say was just like one of the worst parts of the film.
Wait, which one was that now?
Oh, Ray?
Oh, the friend.
No, Karen's husband.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I felt really bad when he died. 'Cause, I mean, that's her husband. That's her. I mean, what's that? The girl. That's her father.
Yeah, and it's another thing where I'm like, is there really anything to complain about? I mean, yeah, he's comic relief, but he's not bad.
Yeah.
It'd be one thing if he was an asshole, like say John in Halloween 6, but he's not. So I don't see what people are bitching about. If anything, I could maybe get the argument that maybe he wasn't taking the whole situation seriously, but you know. Oh, this scene. Yeah, let's talk about this scene for a minute. I actually like this twist. Because here's how I defend it. Because a lot of people say that they introduced this twist with Sartain and went this direction only to throw it away a few minutes later because Michael kills him. I actually like that they went that direction because it really plays to Michael's strengths as a character. I mean, because if you think about it, would you rather see Sartain try to control him like, say, a Cult of Thorn thing again? So I actually like that Michael just kills him like he would anybody. Like Sartain has nothing to him. So it's another thing where like I have never had an issue with this plot line. It's like you can really see what they're going for.
I mean, it was something different, you know.
Yeah, because and again, when people say, "Oh, they introduced it just to throw it away a few minutes later," I actually think that's the best thing they could have done. Because again, if Michael's gonna overpower him and he'd kill him like he would anybody. But I will admit it is a little silly that Sartain wears the mask. But then again, Aaron wore the mask in a deleted scene. I guess it was kind of silly too. Are you able to swallow this plot line better, though, knowing that Hawkins was still alive?
Yeah.
Because I could kind of see that maybe like if it was just this way, like if Hawkins actually died here, that would have been a wasted character.
Yeah.
I mean, he still would have been a great character, but just would have went out and kind of yeah. So I think it was a stroke of genius to continue to keep using him the way they have been. And here we have comic relief cops done right. Take notes, Halloween 5.
I worked with Michael for years. I've never seen an uncontrolled environment. I've never heard him speak, you see. In spite of my encouragement, he remains unresponsive. But tonight, so many possibilities exist. Who spoke to you?
You saw me? And he spoke to me. One more.
You must tell me.
Let me go. I'll play what he said. Just stop the car. I'll play.
Again, like what I was saying earlier, like this really is the best thing they could have done. Rather than have Sartain actually get to Laurie's compound and tell Michael, go get her or something.
Mhm.
No, they Michael gets away and kills him. That it's the more realistic route they went. Kind of a maybe sad, tragic side to his character that kind of like Laurie and her obsession. He pretty much spent his whole life obsessed with Michael as well.
Bring you burnout.
Oh, ow, Jesus! Oscar's death may be my favorite kill in the movie, but yikes! The way they do Sartain down in this part, man. There we go. Squashed him like a watermelon.
Mhm.
Watermelon.
Like friggin' Andy, the maniacal cinephile, had the best joke because Sartain's are like, say something. Like, I have but 5 words. There's your badass way to have Michael talk. It's a sad thing with cops in horror movie scenarios. Never knowing what they're about to be in for. And now Michael's about to cut this shit up. One second.
Any word? Hey, any word on Allison?
Oh. Now this is another kill where, at least for the graphics and the visuals, it may be the most interesting kill in the whole movie. I mean, look what he did to them, man. He freaking cut that cop's head off, hollowed out the insides, shoved a flashlight up it, and like a weird jack-o'-lantern.
Yep. This is definitely the strongest Michaels I've ever seen.
Yep. And you could maybe even make the argument that this film does just as good a job as the 78 film did with balancing the off-screen revealed kills
Yeah.
as well as actually showing the carnage.
Uh-huh.
So, and I think that's the best instance of it, where you see what he did to those cops and all that. And I think it's more effective than
Yeah.
actually showing what he would have done to them.
Oh.
Let the carnage commence. Want some Michael with me?
Ooh.
Want some Michael Myers with me? That was smart. Shoot his shit off. I wouldn't have stood right up next to the door though. Right there, yeah. Did I? This is why they erased all the other movies. Leading up to this moment. I find it funny though. She shoots some of his fingers off. Michael's probably like, at least I can still go bowling.
Yeah, really.
And that again is another thing that I've heard a lot of fans are actually really up in arms about. They shot off two of his fingers. What the hell are they doing? I'm like, you guys really complain about the dumbest things?
Seriously. They really think he should be fucking immortal? I mean, shit. Come on.
Yeah. That's exactly what they complained about earlier, is that he was too unkillable, too supernatural.
Exactly.
And that's exactly, you're giving them what you want, making him more grounded like the original. He takes damage, and then like, it's like I in a way I kind of agree with what Cody Leach actually had to say, is that sometimes Star Wars fans can really feel like the Star Wars fans feel for horror.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Star Wars is often the worst enemy. But to be honest, I like to play devil's advocate. I'm gonna play devil's advocate here.
Mm-hmm.
Star Wars fans have had a lot to complain about, honestly.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Because Lucasfilm, well, not Lucasfilm, but Disney went and just shat all over the original movie, so I definitely get it.
Yeah. I mean, we're all kind of spoiled on the original trilogy. Then the prequels come out and they're very mixed.
Yeah. And this is another thing that I really loved that they paced themselves with and really took their time with she's searching room by room
Yeah.
systematically and all that.
Yeah. No builds tension.
Mm-hmm. Which is would you say that like pretty much this whole trilogy kind of counts as elevated horror? Because it went for more thematic depth and all that, and it had the deeper.
I wouldn't say that, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just
Yeah.
But that's smart. I love that. But this was very well done.
It was. It still impresses me to this day, like how it was able to perfectly balance the deeper, more thematic stuff, as well as still sticking to their horror roots.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Jamie Lee Curtis will always be the,
Yeah.
All the ones that feature her. I don't count Resurrection because she's killed right off at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't even count.
And that was. Yeah.
Exactly.
Did you hear about the behind the scenes drama that you recently came out about with Resurrection?
I
actually heard about this from one of Cody Leach's streams actually, where Jamie Lee Curtis came out recently. I think it was around when they were releasing Halloween Kills. She was saying that that when she signed on for H2O, she had signed on thinking that this was going to end it. She's going
to Michael. I remember her saying it. Yeah.
But then it was right when they were about to shoot, she found out that no, they can't kill her. And then she got all pissed off and they were trying to compromise. And she said, what if we'll let you think that you killed him or something? And then that leads to Resurrection.
Oh, jeez.
I swear.
Yeah, that pissed me off too, honestly. Yeah. I'm with her on that. That should have been the end of it.
Yeah.
And that to me is the real end of that timeline.
Mm-hmm. And I swear to Jesus, if they try to pull that shit again with this trilogy, or at least, with this timeline, you think it'd be a worse blow because it started off so well that they really got it so right?
I don't know.
I really think it would be because, again, because I know a lot of people weren't in line with Halloween Kills, but for me, liking both of these movies, I really do think it would be a worse blow if they were to try and screw things over again. And I get the arguments because people try to. Because I've had conversations with people, right, and they've been saying that Halloween Kills wasn't really needed. Like they could have ended it here too. I get that. Like it would have been satisfying. Like they leave him to burn in the fire, but I think what really sold it for me, and we'll talk about more when we get to that movie. But what really sold it for me was that they brought back the other people, so that way it felt like it mattered.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because I will admit, if it was the same premise that Michael gets out of the fire, but it was just, say, a random bunch of characters like Resurrection, that would have pissed me off. But the fact that they made it about the other people from the original all banding together, it gave it a sense of purpose, So for me, it felt like it justified its existence.
I can see that.
Because even then, the way you could say,
like right there, shows how, like in the original, Michael was smart. He wasn't just
Yeah. Oh. It's like
he hid in the car waiting for not Lindsay, but
Annie.
Annie, yeah.
You ever get that feeling sometimes where like she just got stabbed right there? It's like, you ever get that feeling where you feel like, oh, I can feel that.
Oh yeah. Getting stabbed, I cannot imagine. That would hurt.
Yeah. And it was right in the gut too. So That's
Mhm.
probably where you probably bleed out most around the stomach area.
Yeah.
It makes for an awesome. This is probably the best. This is probably
I
the
love
best. Oh, sorry.
I love that. That was a great moment right there. Sorry, but when she disappears,
Yeah,
she looks down,
that-
she's gone. That was great.
mhm. That's probably the best Easter egg moment in the whole movie. Maybe
Oh yeah.
it's like, hey, she keeps stealing my thing. Not my jokes, but
Yeah, but like, it's like she made him the hunted, you know.
mhm.
Because now
And it-
he's the one, like in there when she was looking for him, he was the one hiding from her.
Mm-hmm. And that's why I really do feel like this is the best book and bring it around type continuation that they've done. Not to discredit what any of the other sequels have done, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it really is the most bookend kind of thing they could have done, where Michael hunts her the first time and then she brings it right around onto him.
Yeah.
It's
What you were saying earlier about what happened with Halloween Ends. I think the people who didn't like Halloween Kills would just say, "Well, yeah, see, I told you it's going to be a letdown." And the people who like it, of course, would feel like you would feel really, of course, let down.
mhm.
But I mean, ultimately, it will be seen as another. I don't know what to call a failed reboot, but it's like
yeah,
just like Halloween H2O, where the first one's solid and
yeah.
really good, and
Yeah, it's like
and then
it's like a thing that the series has always suffered from. For every, like, say, like, piece of gold you get, like with Halloween 4,
mhm,
and then
5 and 6, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, uh-oh.
what is that thing he even had right there that he just picked up to use? Is she wearing a friggin' Christmas sweater? Really? I just noticed that.
Yeah.
Does she really hate Halloween that much that she's like,
I'm sure, yeah.
it's like, I can't believe I'm just now noticing that. I've seen this so many times. I've already seen Halloween Kills so many times, and I just now noticing what she's wearing.
This is where I was really impressed with her.
Oh, I love this.
Yeah. Well, I was really impressed with her.
Mhm. Gotcha.
And I love how she appears there, just like how he did behind her in Annie's house. Not Annie's house, but Lindsay's house. It was Lindsay's house, not Annie's house.
Mm-hmm. Is this an ending you would have been satisfied with? Like, say, if we didn't end up getting 2 more movies after it.
Yeah, I definitely would have been satisfied with this. Yeah. But I mean, you could tell from the way they ended it, you were going to get another one.
Yeah. It definitely helps because for a while I was under the impression that they had always had a whole trilogy planned,
Yeah.
but then it came out recently that they planned this and Halloween Kills, but then a third film came along later.
Yeah. That's what I had thought. But yeah, that it was supposed to be 2 films and then they expanded it to 3. So
Yeah.
I mean, they're always going to do that for money, though. It's like with it was the same way with The Hobbit. It's supposed to be 2 movies and they expanded it to 3.
Oh, really? They
Yeah.
did that?
Yeah, it was. It sure was. Because it was supposed to be 2. The studio wanted 3 because they could milk it. Another trilogy. So
Which really wouldn't, because I mean, they had to put so much filler material in there.
Mm-hmm. Like I even heard that Legolas wasn't even in the book.
Oh God, no! A lot of that shit wasn't even in the book. Yeah, Legolas was not in there at all.
To be
It's like
fair,
the whole
though,
battle of the five armies was not this huge set piece battle in there. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
it wasn't even that much. Yeah,
yeah. I don't know. I still do not know what it is about this scene, but I teared up in the theater when I first saw this. It's the first time like a horror film brought me to tears.
yeah.
I think we could maybe make the argument that as far as emotional weight, Halloween 2018 is the most emotional film.
Yeah, it's got a lot.
Again, not to discredit any moments of emotion that the other films had, but just
The first one is the best. I mean, just hands down, because John Carpenter created a masterpiece. That man
Yeah.
took very little money they had, really, and just
yeah.
they made a masterpiece.
Mm-hmm. It's like so this whole scene right here, like Allison looks back, sees the house burning,
love
the
that,
music,
I love this shot. Yeah, that scene where her holding the knife right there, just
yeah.
telling.
It's like as far as emotional weight, I think I would make the argument that maybe Halloween 2018 is the most emotionally powerful of the whole series.
Yeah. This film was dedicated to Mustafa Akkad, that son of a bitch.
Yeah. It's Malik Akkad's son, right?
Yeah, that's his son. Yeah.
I would like to hope that he's more reasonable than Malik. Like he'll actually allow them to actually be allowed to end this story and let them kill Michael.
They won't. They won't.
Because all I
They'll
want
keep it on.
is that
they'll either do another reboot a few years down the road, or they'll try to build this.
I'll be fine with the reboot. Like,
because the reboot is its own timeline. It's its own thing.
Yeah, so long as that this story connected to the original, that they actually allow it to end. That's all I want. Because they can make another reboot or anything separate down the line, and I'll be down for it.
Yeah.
Because that would be the Halloween Resurrection of our generation, is for them trying to force another sequel.
Yeah. I'm afraid they are. You never know. The studios do some really, really stupid things. You know, it's like Kevin Smith said one time on one of his podcasts. He talked a lot about that. You know how he said it's amazing anything good comes out of Hollywood because executives are so incredibly stupid.
Yep,
like they have no earthly idea what they're doing.
Because I have kind of a feeling and a bit of hope that they actually are going to be ending this timeline, because they're saying that this is going to be the last Halloween movie made under Blumhouse.
I'm sure they'll end this one. Because because this is the last, because they're losing the rights after this one. So
would that even be a thing though? Like, say, even if it goes to a different company, that they would still continue the same story, or would they?
I don't think so. I don't know if they could.
Because Scream 5 went from Dimension to Paramount, and it was still continuing the same story.
That's true. So I guess it could. I mean,
but I still have more hope for this one, because even Jamie Lee Curtis is really building it as, we've made this for you. We hope that you really like how we end it. So
you know what? I'm sure that was probably something, given her experience with Resurrection. Because she really did want H2O to be it. This is it. We're killing them now. And they didn't. So I'm sure that was probably something she insisted on. Okay, if I'm going to do this, we're going to kill the bastard. And that's it.
Do you have more hope than you don't? Or is it like you're more 50-50 on it?
I'm kind of 50-50 on it. I don't know. I mean, score provided by John Carpenter.
Yeah. And it really
John
showed
Carpenter,
me.
Cody Carpenter. I wonder if Cody Carpenter is his son.
I think
Cody Carpenter is his son?
I believe so.
Let us consult Google.
But yep. Dude,
Hey,
this is still an awesome.
Damn.
It's like we were saying at the beginning of the streams, like some movies you
Yes.
could just watch.
Wow, he's the son of John Carpenter and Adrienne Barbeau.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Adrienne Barbeau. I knew she was in. Well, she was in The Fog.
Oh, I didn't. You
Yeah,
realize
Adrienne Barbeau. She was in The Fog.
this last little bit of music here that have in the credits? Just the two of us.
Mm-hmm.
You clever motherfuckers. Because you know, like how each Halloween movie at the end credits has had like a distinct number, like how Halloween Kills had Hunter's Moon.
Yeah.
You know what I hope they use for Halloween Ends? This is the end. My dear's friend. You know, that one, they use that in the promotion for Dark Phoenix and all, but I would actually hope they put that in the end credits for HNs.
Yep.
Man, this was filmed in South Carolina, man.
Yeah. It was.
I always find it fascinating how well they're depending on the location where like
There's a lot of them filmed. I mean, down here, there's not as many, I think, anymore in North Carolina. I mean, since they fucking took away the, they used to get a bigger tax break from the state that they do, which was stupid that they took that away. I really hate that, but I really hate that they did that, but either way, they've still filmed a lot in North and South Carolina, Georgia.
Yep.
They do a lot in other states, trying to attract Hollywood films.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, famously, The Walking Dead is, of course, filmed in Georgia. So.
Yep. That movie is still as good as when it came out, man.
What, you mean the series?
I mean, because the movie just ended. So
I'm about to say, yeah. I thought you say I was about to jump all over you and say, no, not The Walking Dead. Or no.
I'm actually a bit behind on The Walking Dead, but I do like it. But I will admit, I don't. Used to.
I dropped it after, and I held on a lot longer than most people I know did. I dropped it after Rick left. And I even gave it a shot. I tried to watch one episode after he left. I couldn't even make it all the way through. I'm like, this is just boring as shit without him.
I will admit,
it
is going way too much into the human drama and not enough zombie action.
Yeah.
Which the earlier seasons were able to balance really well. You still had the drama with the human characters, but
of course. But I mean,
but now it's like the main.
It was inevitable it was going to get there at some point, but it just how they executed it is just.
Yeah. It's like I heard now that the main threat that they're fighting is like a human army or something, and it's not even the walkers.
Yeah. Yes. Well, there was the Whisperers. I know when I left.
I like the Whisperers because they at least kept the angle of they're pretending to be walkers and all, but now it's like their final threat is like just some.
I wasn't even sure I didn't even stick around long enough to see what they were all about. I mean, they seemed like some kind of weird fucking religious cult or something, or if that was just their way of survival. I wasn't sure if that was just their way of survival by pretending to be walkers, and maybe they just turned into a thing, or I don't know.
Yeah. It was weird. Like, they had an awesome reveal, though. Like, when they revealed them as the villains. Like, you remember the Jesus character? With the longer hair and all that?
Yes. Oh, God, yeah. He was awesome.
When they killed Jesus, that was an awesome reveal for the Whisperers because they were surrounded by walkers. They thought it was just walkers, and Jesus was with machete, cutting them all
Mhm.
down. And then all of a sudden, what you think is a walker, all of a sudden pulls out a knife, stabs him in the back, and kills him.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I hated that too. That they
Yeah,
killed him. That's another
it
thing that,
sucks.
like I said, I watched that one episode. I was like, no, I can't. I think I did get all the way through it because they teased the whispers, but even so, I just did not give a shit at that point because I'm like, I just don't care about anybody else in there. So I mean, God,
I still care about Daryl. Like the fact that he's still around is what keeps me watching. But
yeah, Daryl's awesome. Oh God, what's her name?
Carol,
The badass woman, Carol's an even bigger badass than Daryl is.
and I liked her arc where she started off as like because she had the abusive husband and all that. So I've liked her evolution.
Mhm.
So.
Oh yeah, definitely. So I mean, she really came into her own. I love it. But but I don't know. I mean, I don't know. So I mean, it just lost interest for me. A lot of people I know didn't quit after Glenn got killed, which to me is crazy because I mean, you had some of the best episodes after that because you had Negan after that. You had oh God, why can I not think of his name?
Negan was friggin' awesome.
The guy who plays Negan.
Oh, Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Yes, one of my favorite actors. I can never think of the name. Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Yeah, he was amazing. I mean, geez, he's just a delight to see on screen every time he's on.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's like I liked him when he was a villain.
Yeah, but I mean,
and I also liked his redemption too.
See, I just didn't want to see it, man. I don't know. I just without Rick. It's just, it was bad enough. I was pissed they killed Carl. Like there was a
that
I had who used to watch it was like we would text each other watching it, And after Carl died, she's like, "I'm done. That's it. I'm over with it. Done with it. Through with it." So, and I hung on a little bit longer until
especially since like in the comics, he survives to the end.
Exactly. Like I thought that should have been the whole point. I mean, that should have been, he takes over for Rick.
Yeah, but, and it's like I'm all for because you gotta change things up and all that, which I'm all for, but that pissed me off.
Yeah, it did. Me too. So,
and it may be weird because this may not even be a character you remember, but the character whose death I am still really messed up over was T-Dog.
Yeah.
You remember him?
Oh yes, I remember T-Dog. I remember.
Yeah, he gave his life for Carol in prison because he was a bit.
Yes,
he was a smaller character. He was a lesser character, like more of a side character, but for some reason, it's like I really.
Well, I was kind of pissed when he was dying because it's like, okay, you brought in one black guy, now let's kill the other one, because we can't have two black guys, So it's like that was just kind of dumb to me. But I mean, they never gave him much to do anyway. I like T-Dog. I think a lot of people like T-Dog, but wish they had just given him more to do, So
it's like, and they were finally giving him more screen time in season 3, and then he dies like 3 episodes in or 4.
Exactly. Yeah.
They at least made up for it, and with the more heroic nature of his death, it wasn't just a throwaway death.
Yeah, true.
But
I mean, all right. So when's your next live stream?
In about a week, I believe, on the 28th. So that was our watch along, ladies and gentlemen, of Halloween 2018, or as I call it, Halloween Returns. I'm going to try and keep using that more. I may even use that on my ranking now. Like, say, wherever I rank it, I'll be like, in this place, Halloween Returns.
Halloween Returns is just Halloween 2018, but yeah.
Yep.
Halloween Returns is a far better title.
Yep. So I'm glad you could be on, man.
Appreciate it, man. I'm happy
Yep.
to be
So-
here.
Yep.
I don't know if I'll be able to make it next time, but I'll try.
Yep. So where can they find you, man?
Huh?
Is where can your
Right there. That's my
Yeah.
channel. So that's
Awesome.
it. All right. So
Yep. Awesome, man. So we will
tomorrow,
catch
matter of fact, we're supposed to be reviewing. We're supposed to be reviewing The Woman King tomorrow.
Ooh.
Yeah, tomorrow at 6
I-
p.m. About 6 or 6:30 Eastern.
yeah.
Depends on when I can get home from
mean,
work. So.
If I'm able to watch that tonight, I might be able to try and join. I'll let y'all know. So,
All right.
but in the meantime, we will see you all next time for our watch along of Halloween Kills.
See you later.
Later, guys. All right. Oh, freaking.